Okay. We are live. Is this thing on? Yes. Look, it's picking up my mic this time.
Oh, really?
It is, which is amazing. But for some reason, my Discord notification when I speak isn't lighting up, so that's fun.
Stars line up?
Yes, it is. Mine is not for whatever reason, but I don't think that's going to be fixed or anything I care about. Anyway, we're live. Welcome back to Pathfinder 2E, featuring the Abomination Vaults, featuring our crew. My name is Stray. I'll be your DM tonight. You will be hearing my voice a lot because I like to talk a lot. We are journeying through a pre-made module in Pathfinder 2E. Highly recommend the system. It's very fun. Let's take a second to introduce everybody for us. I'm going to start with you, Como.
Yep. Alright, I'm Como. I'm playing the human fighter Gideon. Basically, he hates that we're in the middle of a dank swamp. Bit of background for him, I guess. We're doing background still. Kind of raised as a street urchin. Eventually got recruited in the military, given the choice of either joining the military or going to jail. And since then, he's been trying to rise through the ranks of the military. He came here to accept an assignment and met up with an odd crew.
Alright, we're going to go to you, Raleigh.
Hi, I'm Relief. Today I'll be playing the human cleric Cezanne. Cezanne was born in a small village and found himself drawn to the teachings of the goddess Pelura, and he's gone on a pilgrimage to try and learn more than he could staying in his own town.
We're going to move to you, Yuri.
I'm Yuri. I'll be playing the kobold gunslinger Wesk. Wesk was a kobold who cast off his heritage to join up with the only family he ever knew, the Slingers, before their untimely demise. Now he wanders, gripping to a past that he thinks he caused himself.
Moving to you, Zilly.
I'm Silly, and I play the witch Ziri. She's a fawn who has a fascination with dead things and finds the beauty in them versus living things.
And lastly, Fear, who I believe is still muted. Fear is playing our resident mad scientist, Raver. He is an alchemist from the Shadow Plane. And with his spirit sight and knowledge of arcane brews and constructions, he has joined the party as their, not quite a doctor, but their pharmacist. So we are, with that, introductions out the way, I would like to give anybody who does not have a hero point will receive one for free. Which I believe is only a Raver. As well as that, to celebrate the good news lately, everyone will receive an additional hero point tonight. So go ahead and left click your hero point on your top right sheet and raise that by 1. Cap is still 3. Do not raise it above 3. Now, for 1 extra hero point, who would like to give us a rundown of what happened last time? Spare no expense in details.
I mean, I'll do it, but I'm already capped on hero points. Y'all be
I'm
wasting
capped
it.
as well.
Okay,
Looking
then.
at Wesk.
Well, we started with a very cute scene between Cezanne. Cezanne and Rin, where Rin taught him about the stars. Then we all went to bed. We woke up. We went to Rin's tent once more, where we did about half an hour's worth of shopping.
Half an hour.
And Rin said that she was going to meet up with us after later at the library. After that, we decided as a group that we wanted to go check out the swamp because we think that might have been where the kids were finding weapons. So we went into the swamp, had to deal with not pixies trying to make us eat shit, and whatever that grotesque bug thing is that we immediately killed. We also had to deal with the giant frog who successfully pulled one of us off the bridge, and then we destroyed the bridge trying to deal with it.
Listen, that bridge could have broken from anything.
It's true.
Just happened to pick that exact moment when I was charging across.
Says the man
down.
who charged onto the bridge while someone was trying to make their way across it.
Complete coincidence, I assure you.
One thing that we failed to mention, go ahead and take your hero point, Yuri. On Rin and Cezanne's not date, despite his protestations, Cezanne saw a strange blue light at the top of the Gauntlight, a fortress where an ancient witch of old was slain by local town heroes. Hearing rumors that perhaps guns are being smuggled into town from a lake up here at the Gauntlight, the crew decides to investigate, as well as hearing rumors of a missing dwarvish man staying at his mother's inn. They are asked to search for him. So, taking it upon themselves, the crew are now investigating this mysterious Gauntlight for various reasons, some of them their own, but let's see. Let's not forget to mention that Gideon pulled a leech out of his pants to give it to Raver. Make sure to notate that you have a fed leech, Raver. Cezanne was covered in slime, and last time a maggot threw up its dinner all over Gideon. The rest of you, though, doing great.
Hate it here.
I've heard the bugs around here. I don't believe anyone's doing great.
Heard the bugs.
All right. We're going to wrap up our recap, and let's go ahead and start. Last time you guys saw a midflit dart out through the debris to the east wall and are now sitting inside of the Gauntlight proper, exploring it. Sorry, not the Gauntlight proper, maybe I should misspeak. There is a fortress that protects the Gauntlight in shambles with no roof above you. Green-black slime smeared everywhere. The remnants of a great battle took place here.
Yeah. Can I add one thing that we did miss on the recap? The very end, Raver sensed something ominous off in the other room and conveyed that to the party.
That's right.
I believe it was over here.
Yes, off to the west, I believe.
Well, not exactly one for leaving ominous stuff till later. Last thing I need is to turn around and have something at my back.
I tend to agree. I think we should probably at least get an idea of what we're dealing with if we can. Is there any way to look into there?
There's a door up that way, but I'm frozen in time. Yeah, mysterious powers.
Alright, well...
I don't
Swear
suppose
that's
anyone
gonna
here
be a
can see
running
through
fucking
doors,
thing.
can they?
mean, I can make a hole in it to see through, but it'd be loud.
Yeah, probably better just to open the door. All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna ready a charge just in case.
Okay. Is anyone taking any further actions, or are we letting Gideon lead the way once more?
Let me move into this space if I can.
Oh,
He's
I'm
got the
still
shiny
sticking
new
my-
armor.
Yes,
That's
the
correct.
shiny armor with puke all over it.
Hey man, beggars can't be
Details.
choosers. I don't know what you want.
All right.
Take a
Raver-
dip in the swamp if you want.
Raver motions that he is going
I
to
did.
ready a crossbow to fire a bolt should he see anything aggressive as Gideon steps up to this old rotted wood door.
Cool, cool. Let's do this. Leroy!
You open the door,
Right.
and it looks like the majority of the roof collapsed in the middle of this room. Tapestries decorate this wall, torn and now ruined by mold and wear and tear, weather, rain. The constant, nice, lukewarm moistness of the fog fin drifts inside from the roof. Some sort of fancy dining table lies in the middle of this room, buried under the wreckage, sort of an awkward, elongated V sticking up out of the ground now. Okay.
Is the table broken in two, or is it still standing with all
it's
the
broken
rubble on
in
top of it? Okay.
It's
I didn't
absolutely
think it'd be standing from
collapsed.
that.
Give me a perception check, anyone who would like to investigate this room.
Private.
Yep.
It's good enough for me to move up to this position so I can see in, right? There's nothing immediate preventing me from moving.
No, you're picking your way through the wreckage. Like
Oh
I
shoot,
said,
that's the wrong one.
most
Sorry.
of the it's fine, bud. I'll just deduct the +2.
Okay.
You're picking your way through the wreckage, Cezanne, as most of the roof is caved in throughout this entire place. Wes, you pause for just a moment as you note that there are piles of kobold bones
Excuse me.
all around here. It looks like whatever this room was, there was maybe about a dozen or so kobolds buried under this roof.
I'm gonna reach out to grab Gideon's cape to keep him from moving any further. I'm gonna look up. Is there like any sort of signs up above to see like if anything specifically caused?
No. This, with the perception roll that you got, you can't quite piece together what happened. All you see is smashed dining room table, bunch of rubble, bunch of dead skeletal kobolds.
Oh.
Splinters of the roof remain intact, but most of it has just collapsed into the middle of this room.
Well, certainly isn't recent,
It is a
but
dining hall, easily pieced together.
bones there definitely denote that something happened between the witch's residence and us arriving.
Kobold
If
bones.
I do recall, we found a map notating the gauntlet when we were investigating those kobolds earlier. Could perhaps they came from here?
Wes will reach up to pinch the bridge of his snout. Great.
I completely forgot about any map.
I would award Cezanne an inspiration point, or a hero point, if he was not already kept, for remembering that.
I'll So
Yes, Raver, you The hairs on the back of your neck raise as you step inside of this room. Your spirit sense does not allow you to accurately pinpoint things, but the realm between the shadow plane and the material prime plane is overlapped here, which denotes a strong presence of death in this room.
Let's go walk over and scatter some of the bones with his foot.
Okay.
Turn back to Gideon. So, how do you think they kicked the bucket? Well, with
Great.
Yes, silly.
I just noticed that my screen is different than Como's screen, like where everybody else is completely different. Like, Fear is way back in the original room still.
Yeah, it doesn't show him as having moved, nor Wesk.
I wonder
But
if she
when I
lost
move
connection.
my token moves. So, what's going on?
That is weird. Is anyone else seeing this?
No, I'm
No.
seeing them in the
Oh.
room.
Are you
I'm just seeing it between
them
mine
in the
is
room?
correct and hers is not.
Interesting.
Here, I'll show you my screen. Straight, I'll send it to you. Hold on.
Okay.
You might just need to reload it.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. I'm wondering if maybe, I don't know. That is strange, though.
Did I just refresh? See
Yeah,
what happens?
I would probably just refresh. That's usually the simplest solution.
Well, thinking back, the last time I was in a room full of dead kobolds, it did not go well. Sorry, the last time I was in a room full of bones of kobolds, I got covered in water. I hate it. I hate this place so much.
I don't know. You look like you could use some water right about now.
I'm just
Let's
gonna
go.
glare at Wes.
Let's go smirk back at Gideon. He'll step aside from the door and gesture. After you.
Notably, if you progress any further in this room, that's about where all the debris and rubble is. Wesk kind of candidly scatters some kobold bones with his foot, claw, whatever you want to call it. Kind of making a mockery of the dead. Going any further, this is going to be difficult terrain, though.
I'm gonna attempt to quietly open this door.
Okay. I'm going to hold for just a moment for Zilly to connect.
Sounds good.
Fun.
It looks like it's okay now, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be where everyone is. That was weird.
There are some kobold bones that look to be in possession of a few trinkets if you would like to search them, but some of them wearing small, tiny leather backpacks that have rotted and spilled open. Gideon moves to open the southern door, and it swings open easily. This next room, there's some sort of wooden staircase in the corner here, Gideon, that leads to nothing now. There's also a massive hole in the keep to the west here with a large frog, the walrus frog, as you affectionately named it, that is ripped in two. The fog fin
Thank
is
God.
visible through this western wall. A nice, probably be about a 12-foot drop, which you may not be able to tell from now, but this section of the keep rises higher than the guard post.
Now that I'm not fighting for my fucking life, do I know anything about what this walrus frog might be?
Give me a nature check.
Nature, alright.
Are you just wanting basic information?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. No. I would say with that, no.
Walrus
So clear.
frog it is.
All clear in there?
Yeah, looks fine. Mind the frog.
I'll actually start checking through the packs that have spilled open, I guess.
Okay.
Oh boy, game paused.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
You each see Gideon disappear behind the door just before it slams shut. Cezanne, give me a reflex save.
I knew it.
Where's my...
Every time there's cobalt bones, it's bad fucking news. Good luck with the water, assholes.
Oh, save.
Yes. Just a straight reflex save.
Not like that.
Cezanne, the door slams into you, locking you out of the room, and you are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the door catches you, barely saving your fingers in time as this thing crashes into you of its own accord. Those of you in the room, however, a ghostly light arises, and a hand shoots out to grab you, Wesk, as you reach for this pack. None of you can tell what these things are saying, but to you, Wesk, you are going to take an immediate 8 points of mental damage as desperate, crazed feelings of betrayal and a violent, horrific death seize your mind. 6 ghostly kobolds burst from the rubble, screaming in pain and terror. Everybody in the room, give me a will save.
Oh no. This is gonna be one of those nights. This is gonna be one of those nights.
If he was typing something, I think he might...
Oh. Yeah, I'll re-roll as well.
Fear, I will say you receive an additional +1 because this is a haunt. This is a type of spirit, so you will naturally have a...
God.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna take mine and roll with it.
Well, I guess you're getting your hero point refunded.
Only if I choose to take it, but I guess I'll take it.
Fear rolled the exact same thing, unfortunately. Wesk, you are confused 2, frightened 3. Everyone else is
Shit.
confused 1, frightened 2. As these spirits seize your minds, and you are left reeling from the attack. I'm going to need people to roll initiative now.
The hubris of our rolls from before is coming back.
Hey.
Yikes.
Leak Stray is also not rolling hot, but Jesus,
I will
that's
allow
plus
you
11.
to roll occult if you wish, since this is your expertise.
Hey.
That
Nice.
is much better. I'm going to mark it as 25. There you go. We are going to begin the first encounter for the night as these effects apply to you. Raver, you are confused. You do not see anyone as your ally, and you cannot ready or use reactions. You must use all your actions to strike or cast offensive cantrips. Who would you like to make a strike against as these feelings of betrayal overwhelm you? You lash out at your former allies. Okay. Raver, you're watching your body move on its own. Go ahead and give me a strike against Ziri. You can target her for me with the T key. You feel yourself shrink down to this tiny, feeble creature as your allies and brethren stab and slay your family around you. Yes, go ahead and strike with your crossbow.
There's the hot rolls.
That is going to hit. In fact, that is a critical. Go ahead and roll your critical damage.
No.
Goodbye.
Was that normal damage or critical damage for you? No, that was. You just rolled shit.
Wow.
Yes, thank God.
Ziri, a crossbow bolt slams into your back between your shoulder blades as a vial of acid sprays over you and Gax. Gax, seemingly unaffected by this spell, whirls around and shrieks at Raver. Raver, I'm going to have you reload your crossbow bolt and fire again.
I thought it took all actions to strike.
He has 3 actions, does he not?
You use all your actions to strike. Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Sorry. I thought it meant it was like a 3 action to do 1 strike.
I don't believe you reload twice. You fired because your bolt was readied. You're going to reload your bolt and then use your 3rd action to fire with the penalty. I will give you the choice. Who would you like to attack?
I think Ziri gets a chance to recover because she took damage as well. Sorry, I just looked up confused on AON because I wanted to know more about it.
Ziri, give me a d20. Just a flat d20. Alright, go ahead and give me another strike, Raven. That is a... No, Ziri does not recover. And I believe that is going to miss Wesk.
Yep.
Yes. Raver fires another bolt that flies by your head. Cezanne, you are up, and the first thing you hear after the door slams is chittering, yowling, and the hairs on your neck raise as this door slams in your face and locks you out from your party. The next thing you hear is Ziri cry out in pain. What would you like to be doing? As you cannot see in this room.
Yes, I cannot. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna throw myself against the door, try to see if there's anything I can do to get the thing open.
Give me an athletics check.
Sure.
I'm going to say a DC 14.
My athletics is on one of these pages. Ah, there we go.
No, you slam into it once. That'll be 1 action.
Can I repeat this?
Go for it. It's one action each time.
Yeah.
You slam into it the second time, and it flies open. And you stand before a swirling maelstrom of dead, ghostly kobolds, grabbing and moving your allies' arms on their own. You watch as Raver fires the second shot at Wesk and is unable to hit him. You have one action left.
I'm seeing something physically moving them.
You are
Or what
seeing
appears to be?
ghostly creatures, yes. You do not
Going to-
think these are typical undead.
Do I think they have a physical existence from how I'm seeing them?
They are incorporeal.
Yeah. Incorporeal. Okay. What can I do at this point? Do I see how harmed Ziri is?
Yes, you see the spray of acid bubbling against her back and the fresh wound.
Okay, I'm going to cast a heal onto Ziri.
Okay, go for it.
Cast.
I believe you have one action left.
I think this is my last action.
Correct. So it has a range of touch.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
and
shoot,
you
range of
have
touch,
a
you're right.
15
Oh my
foot
gosh.
mark.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No rush, but I'm going to start the turn timer.
Oh wait, I still have action. I see game paused on my screen.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry, are you letting me do something in
You
lieu
have
of
one
that?
action left.
Okay, thank you. Gosh, there's not a lot I can do. I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, one, I'm going to yell out to them. What's going on? What are you doing? I'm gonna draw my lawn air repeater.
Okay. Would any of you like to reply? Those of you in the room?
Do we recognize Zazan for who he is?
No.
Yes. Cezanne looks like Cezanne.
Okay. Then I'm gonna tell him I have no idea what the hell is going on. He just started shooting at us.
Cezanne, do you speak Draconic?
No, I do not.
Ah, that's unfortunate. Cezanne, you watch Ziri turn and speak in a tongue much like Wesk has said in the past. I believe that ends your turn. The spirits are going to take their initiative. We are just gonna... We're going to hit Wesk with this. Give me a will save, Wesk.
No.
And I'm going to... That is going to fail. We are going to roll a... Where is it? There we go. We're going to take 13 mental damage. As the spirits all congeal, you watch, Cezanne, as 6 more ghostly kobolds rise and just dogpile on top of Wesk. They're not causing physical damage that you can see. And then it is going to be Gideon. The door slams shut. You hear Ziri and Wesk cry out in pain, and a very muffled Cezanne.
Son of a jackal. I'm gonna charge the door.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
All right. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay. That is a
Actually-
success, regardless, but
Alright, then I guess I won't.
you each hear the doors crash open. Gideon, you see much what Sazan sees, your allies being moved by spectral, ghostly forms that you recognize as kobolds. Your allies are hurt. I'm going to say you have one action left.
I'm gonna scream at the spirits, get the hells off of everybody! While I'm doing that, I am going to take a healing potion and try and get it to Ziri, since she is directly in front of me.
I'm going to say make an intimidation check. I will allow you to do one or the other.
Given that option, I'm going to do the healing potion thing.
Okay. Ziri, you watch Gideon, a familiar feeling in the back of your mind, even as the kobold's form moves and takes over your mind. These feelings of betrayal, meeting feelings of camaraderie. You're living two separate lives right now. Go ahead and roll with that healing potion, Gideon.
Yeah, what is that?
If you
28.
have a healing potion, it should just...
Yeah, it does. I just had to look.
Okay. I mean, there's
Thanks.
also just a use healing potion button in the item. And Ziri, you are being force-fed a vial. Your wounds not closing up, but the feelings of pain subsiding. Ziri, you are up. You are, however, still confused, so even as Gideon is feeding you this potion, you lock eyes and lash out at him. I'm going to need you to cast Electric Arc for me, Ziri, while targeting both Wesk and Gideon. Go ahead and roll a reflex save for me, both of you. Okay. You are each going to take... go ahead and roll damage for me, Ziri. You're each going to take half damage, I believe.
Oh,
No.
shoot, I
you
should have
are going
rolled,
to take a... Yes.
I should have rolled against that confusion when they hit me, but it's fine.
I will allow it. Give me a roll. You have not taken your turn yet. Just flat D20.
No.
No, you are still confused, frightened, terribly so. Gideon, you are going to take half damage. Wes, you are going to take full damage as this electric arc lashes out and strikes your allies. That's 2 actions, and I'm going to have you give me an unarmed attack roll, Ziri, with a -5.
That'll just be basic actions.
Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot that you
Those-
do not do physical
Not
activity.
that one.
Wesk? Oh,
Close.
well, that sorts the problem anyway.
The -5.
Okay.
That one.
You... Wesk, you drop and fall unconscious. The good news is you are neither confused nor frightened anymore. Gideon, as you feed this potion, Ziri reaches out and point blank grabs your face, frying and sizzling you. You move at the last second using your offhand to pull it away from your face before the worst of it can happen. She's now trying to claw you in the face with her nails. Wesk, we are moving you in initiative up. And we are moving to Raver. It is your turn. Raver, you are frightened 1 now. And I believe you are still confused. kill. Yes, you are still confused, but you are no longer frightened 2. You are only frightened 1. Raver, who would you like to attack this turn?
So I'm a little confused. Are they seeing me and Como
Yes.
as... Okay,
They are not able to control themselves, though.
got it.
No, you have to be hit to do a will save.
I will double check. But I do believe the confused is just that save. Yes, each time you take damage specifically. The frightened will go away on its own, the confusion will not. You will receive a +1 due to your Spirit Sense spell to the save, though. No. You may only attack allies.
You cannot hurt yourself in the confusion, unfortunately. What the? Is that goats?
Kobolds.
Oops,
Ah,
that wasn't the right one.
I never thought of kobolds as sounding like goats.
You see, you are living 2 lives right now. Part of you, upon seeing Cezanne and Gideon, is coming to yourself again, but right now you are living both as Raver and as one of these dead kobolds. Your mind's betrayed by Ziri, but the other half of your mind seeing Cezanne and Gideon as your allies. You feel betrayed by Wesk and Ziri right now. No. There is an all-out brawl in the middle of your dining hall. You were eating here when your brethren attacked you, your family. You are half an explorer of the Gauntlet and half this kobold fighting for his life. Okay. Go ahead and give me an unarmed strike. As Raver's mind shifts, this kobold no longer knowing how to use his alchemical crossbow, he lashes out with it like a blunt instrument. That is going to be a critical hit against you, Ziri, again. Go ahead and give me a d20, Ziri. And go ahead and roll your critical damage for me, Raver. You are snapped out of this confusion as your kobold form is killed by this other kobold, only to whirl around and see Raver being controlled by these ghostly forms, who has just smacked the shit out of you with his crossbow. Raver, I'm going to say that has been 1 action. You have 2 actions left to attack. You may do another unarmed strike. Apply your penalty. That is a critical miss. And I'm going to say you drop your cobalt spear on the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and drop your crossbow for you. Cezanne, you are up.
Okay.
Cezanne, your allies are hurt and being controlled by these spirits. You will need to do something about that. You get the feeling you might be able to exorcise these spirits some way, somehow, if you can cleanse this attachment to the world they have.
Do I have any sense what I could do to do that?
Give me a religion check.
Sure.
Off the top of your head,
roll that?
you may.
Yeah. I gotta have at least one good religion check this campaign.
Better.
Off the top of your head, you do not know how to exorcise these spirits. You do not know kobold funeral rites. You may know them, but you are currently panicking. You do notice that your friends are terrified. Maybe you could do something with that.
Shoot. Yeah, okay. Takes free actions and it's... Wait. 10 foot? Let me measure something really quickly. Ruler. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Do I still have all my actions?
I would say yes. I would say that's a recall knowledge check you just tried.
Yeah. Okay. How do I broadcast this? There we go.
Okay.
Like, everyone, come to your senses. Don't fight each other.
This would be a 10-foot emanation on you.
Yeah,
Okay.
best I can do.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Okay. Why is this not a button for that on this one? Diplomacy.
I believe that's going to succeed. What is Fear's will save? 13. Almost a crit. You, Raver, are no longer frightened at all as the feeling passes. Cezanne, your mind torn between these two lives, Cezanne steps into that moment of time, throws his arms wide, and for a moment the spirits are distracted, allowing you to almost pull out. You feel yourself pulling free from its influence as you're torn between this moment in time. I believe that's your entire turn, though, Cezanne.
Yeah.
The spirits, losing their hold on the party, go ahead and give me a will save, Ziri. That is going to succeed. And we are going to roll a... For half. Zero, you take 3 more damage as the fleeting feelings. Give me another d20. Actually, no. You are no longer confused. That's right. You are just terrified out of your mind. Gideon, it is your turn. You watch as Ziri reaches out, fries both you and Wesk. He drops. Cezanne trying to calm things down as these spirits take hold. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look around and notice that Raver is still making attempts to attack allies. Can I squeeze past Siri?
She is considered an ally now, yes.
Cool.
Zira, you come to your senses, hand still frying Gideon. You recoil, kind of horrified at what you've done. Or not, I'm not your dad. And you watch Gideon kind of push past you in a hurry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shove 5 feet over here, and I am going to make an unarmed strike against Raver.
Okay.
I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna do that again.
Moved.
Okay. Remember, you can target Raver with this.
Right. Thank you.
That is a critical hit. Go ahead and roll critical damage.
Can I opt to not crit?
I will allow
Trying to
you
make
to
an
do
unarmed
1
attack.
damage.
That's perfect. I'm trying to do non-lethal here.
Fear, give me a d20 roll. Just a straight d20.
Snap out of it, Raver.
You do not. In fact, it only adds to the feelings of confusion and betrayal, as now Gideon is betraying and attacking you, and your kobold brethren. Wesk, I believe you are wounded right now.
That is.
I still have an action left.
Alright, right. You have 1 action left.
I said snap out of it!
Okay.
Double slap.
You,
I'm
minus
literally just
10,
slapping him
but-
across the face.
okay. Go ahead and give me another d20 check, Raver. You finally snap out of it and come to your senses as Gideon is just backhanding you with a metal gauntlet painfully. Once, twice. That's your turn, Gideon. Wesk, give me a wounded check.
That's just a straight d20, right?
Yes. You are currently dying 1.
Mm-hmm.
Dying's not so bad. It's the death part that kills you.
I believe that is just another one for dying 2 then as part of a failed recovery check. Ziri, you are only frightened 1 as the feelings of fear are passing. You are now... You come to your senses, still terrified of whatever this thing is, but you watch Gideon assault Raver, who just shot you. You just fried Wesk, nearly killing him. He's bleeding out. What would you like to do?
Am I able to help allies now, or no still?
Yes, you are now in control of yourself. You are just terrified.
Christ. Yeah, can I try to move away from the things?
Sure. You have 25 move speed.
Moving away from it doesn't do anything.
I mean, you're still moving. Is this as far as you're moving?
Yeah.
No, you see no visible effect right now. But it is helping you mentally because you're terrified of this thing.
I have absolutely nothing to help Wesk, I don't think, so...
No, you do not have battle medicine, I believe.
Oh, I don't.
Do you have any healing potions?
I don't.
Then no.
I got pretty much nothing.
Someone next to you has several.
What? Alright, I'm gonna just pass on my turn. I have no idea what to do.
Okay. Ziri is frightened and has run into a corner, placing her back flat against the wall, sort of having a panic attack, basically. I believe that is your turn, Raver. You are now finally free, and your senses are tingling with this spiritual activity. You may target the spirits, but you get the feeling these are not typical ghosts. These are spirits with a residual sort of lingering presence in this room. These are not ghosts to be killed. I'll say make an occult check. Yes, with that roll, you are able to tell if you could cleanse these spirits either by exorcising them or something that would have gotten rid of them in life, you might be able to get the spirits to move on. I'll say with that occultism check, you may try an intimidate or a religion check if you are trained in either. If you are not trained, then you know how, but you are not able to do it yourself. Okay. Give me an intimidate check. Raver decides to re-roll his intimidate check. No. You each see Raver puff up and try to make himself grand. This plague doctor associated with the goddess of death, trying to swell up to his role, and this swirling maelstrom of spirits kind of contesting him. I will say you may try one more intimidate check this turn, Raver. No, it's not going. You are not scaring them away. We're going to call that your turn. Cezanne, you are up.
Okay, yeah, I see my friend Wesk dying on the floor. I kind of want to do something about that. I'm going to cast heal. Should I have heal? My first heal got marked off earlier. Should I do something about that, or are we going to count that as marked off?
Give yourself one spell back, yes.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and target Wesk and then hit your heal.
Oh. I forgot to target him.
That's fine.
But yes, this is a reach spell.
Okay.
So it's going to take 2 actions, but...
Go ahead and roll your healing. You are going to heal for 4 points of HP, Wesk, as you come to consciousness. You're no longer dying.
I'm going to Yoda West. I know this is a bad time, but do you know anything about Kobold death rituals?
Good news, Wesk. You're back. Bad news. These spirits are dogpiling you, pulling you into the draconic afterlife. You are wrested out of this pile by a golden hand you do not recognize. You are now being yelled at by Cezanne something about funeral rites. Do you know, would Wesk care about his people's funeral rites?
In passing from growing up, maybe, but...
Give me a religion check. I assume you are untrained.
Oh yeah.
You do not. You never cared to learn your people's funeral rites, Wesk. You may re-roll that if you wish.
I might as
Oh
well.
no, that was... I'm just gonna cast just to correct the number of spells I have, because otherwise...
Actually, Wesk, you do recall a vague notion of burying your dead separately so that they may grow in death. Making sure there was space, making sure they died separately was important to them. Dying in a mass grave like this would be upsetting. Cezanne, I would say with that information, your next religion check can be made with an advantage. Or, sorry, a fortune effect.
Okay.
I'll relay that information to Cezanne. Don't know how much good it'll do you, they're already dead.
That I'm gonna attempt my religion check. What does fortune effect do?
Roll twice.
Okay.
With that, Cezanne, you do possess the knowledge to exorcise these spirits. One of two ways. Either you can stand there and declare them to move on in the name of Prolora, guiding them to the stars by force, or you may pull these bones out and separate them. Right now, their spirits are congealing. They're too close. They died too close together.
Do I have enough time to relay something to the party here, or am I...
Yes. I would say you have one action left, and talking is a free action.
I don't have an action left, but, unless that roll was not an action. Separate the bones, everyone! Get them apart! Do I have an action?
I will allow you to have an action.
Okay, where are the skeletons? Are they all right in this one spot?
I would say they are just scattered around the room.
Okay, I'm gonna start moving towards this far one.
Okay. Ziri, the spirits lock eyes with you one more time. Give me another will save. That is not going to do it. You are going to take 6 more points of mental damage as these creatures descend upon you. You are becoming Ziri again. You are losing this kobold mindset, but now the spirits are just terrifying you and wrapping their arms around you and through your body in ways that make no sense to you. Gideon, you are up. Kamar, are you muted?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
First off, kobold mindset. Great terminology. Second off, I think... kind of looking back and forth between Ziri and what Sazan said right now. First things first.
Ziri, describe yourself in the corner, frightened. That. Anyway.
Did Ziri not lose a level of fright in there? Or is that just kind of permanent at this point?
It's not her turn yet.
I see. First things first, I am going to dump another healing potion into Ziri's mouth.
Ziri is pressed against the wall as these spirits just begin to ravage her mind. Gideon force-feeding another potion down your throat, Ziri. It's painful. Not a physical pain, but it is relieving. Healing magic in Iridale is less a cure-all, replacing broken bones and blood, and more a painkiller, so this is kind of numbing the mental pain as well. You're feeling good.
Nice.
With that, I'm gonna run over here and grab, I'm gonna say, this one.
Okay. Grab it.
Do I still have another action remaining?
Yep.
Ah, grab the free action. Cool. And I am going to just haul its happy ass out here and preferably pace it in front of me.
Okay. And you just throw it. Yes.
Kobolds care about that sort of thing? It's good enough for me.
Okay, so you just flop it onto the ground. That's going to be the end of your turn. Wesk, you are up, prone as these creatures are grabbing you. You notice that when you stood up from your death, they all sort of sprinted at Ziri instead, and she is now being dogpiled.
Knowing what I know, I am going to reach out to the bones in front of me and try and toss them away from the group first.
Okay. Just over your shoulder?
Yeah, just like on the ground, grab them, roll over, and throw.
Okay. The bones scatter across the ground. Xylophone noises. I would say that's one action.
Alrighty. With my second action, I can crawl, right?
Yes, you may crawl 5 feet.
Alrighty. I'm going to crawl 5 feet up to here, and then grab the bones in front of me and toss them away.
Okay.
Like towards, like, there.
Okay. You scatter more bones across the ground. Ziri, you finally come to your senses as your allies have been saving you, aiding you, cramming you full of healing magic, and you watch as your allies are now scattering this ghost that was terrifying and haunting you. And you each watch this thing come to a standstill and disappear, the spirits fading from sight. That's combat off.
Wesk, still on the ground, is gripping the sigil under his chest with such intensity that his claws are shaking as he grips it. His breathing is ragged as his eyes seem distant.
The danger seems to have passed, even as you are on your knees, knee deep in cobalt bones, Sazan. How's everyone feeling?
I'm gonna make some effort to drag all of these bones to different corners here, at least into the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and help with this one as well. Yeah. It It appears that they've moved on. The welcoming arms of the stars.
You do not get that feeling, Cezanne.
I do not?
No. You get
They
the
have not.
feeling that they were not exercised properly yet. You get the feeling that they just relented finally. Their emotions still raw and tense in the room, but they are still lingering spirits. Raver, you would know this for a fact. These spirits are still in the room.
Do I know how far apart kobolds generally would be?
With your religion check earlier? No.
Okay.
You each sort of gather up an armful of these things and scatter them to the corners of the room, hoping that that might be enough.
I'm going to... I know that danger is technically past, but I'm going to try and use some of this rubble to at least bury them.
Okay.
Do kobolds do burials?
That Stray said barrier, or... And
He
that
said
was
funeral rites. He was pretty specific.
Oh, I think he said they're usually buried far apart to Wesk, who conveyed that to me.
Raver sucks in air through his teeth and sighs. It was a haunt, nothing that can be physically destroyed. Those spirits are still here too. You each sort of, with the danger past, the distant muffled fog fin creaking and buzzing coming back to your ears.
Wesk is gonna slowly stand back up on shaky legs. Still trying to fully return to his senses as he takes a moment to fully calm himself back down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and treat wounds on Wesk. I know nothing about no haunt. This is about all I can do right now.
Okay. That's going to be a success. You each take a moment. I would say you guys each pull all of the bones out.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to take about 30 minutes. And you are each, thankfully, undisturbed by this sort of work. Where did my... There it goes. 30 minutes pass as each of you work, and finally, as you pull the last kobold bones out, Raver, you feel the sensation leave. You each feel the tense air kind of dissipate.
With the 30 minutes past, Wesk is mostly calmed down at this point. Though he still seems to be a little bit more distant than he was.
Cezanne prays over each corpse that he pulls out. Raver making some foreign tongue as well. Ziri still in the corner, kind of recovering. Go ahead and give me a treat wounds roll, Raver. Raver is going to step towards you, Ziri, and try to tend to your wounds that he created, mind you.
Stray, just a quick note. When I was trying to fix these spells earlier, I accidentally gave me one more than I should, so I'm gonna click the cast heal button just once to set that to the correct number.
Do that, bud.
Oh, yeah. That'd be great then.
There.
Thanks. Oh.
Siri, the healing is not much, but it is appreciated. You are each going to receive a treat wounds immunity, however. As you spend more time, about 10 extra minutes, in this room, each of you catching your breath after that ordeal. The sun now hanging almost directly above your heads in this room. Would any of you like to poke through the cobalt bones in the backpacks?
I definitely will.
Okay. You are going to... I assume you can double-click this and open it?
Yep.
Okay.
What?
You find caltrops, some gold, some silver pieces, sort of scattered amongst all of these bones, and you pool the loot together into a single pile located here.
Oh,
Mhm.
just saw the wolf fang.
Yep.
Yes. Go ahead and give me a crafting, arcana, or medicine check, Raver, your choice.
Sorry.
Alright, you are able to identify this as adder venom. There we go. Gax gently pats your head, Siri. He's relieved
Thanks,
that you
Gax.
are doing alright.
She's got the good drugs. She's fine.
You would not describe yourself as fine, Ziri, but
Is anyone still wounded?
I think most of us are still wounded, but I think Wesk still has the worst of it over there. Siri's not in great shape either.
I'm gonna
Kobolds.
use the healing staff.
the healing wand.
Healing wand, you're right.
Healing staff is slightly better.
Mhm.
Go ahead and use it. You will find that button in your inventory.
Yeah, say wand of heal.
Okay. Who would you like to use it on?
Does it not have the same standard heal options as the heal spell? Or yeah, I'm gonna use the 30-foot emanation, see if I can get everyone in on it.
Okay. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and, since this is not your heal spell, it will not receive your
Yeah.
benefit. Go ahead and give me just a straight D8.
One of these slash. It's not bad.
Take it.
A pulse of healing, radiant light emanates. Each of you heal 5 damage. You may click that heal button if you wish in chat. However, with that ordeal defeated and overcome, you are each going to receive 32 XP.
Oh wait, I can add. Yeah.
Slap 2 kobolds, get 100-something XP. Exercise a room that took out a good chunk of the party, 32.
Most of the party rolled like shit, so I mean...
I agree. I didn't say it wasn't fair. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at the wolf fang. That's been intriguing me. Is Gideon gonna have any idea what that is?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh boy, my specialty.
She's still sick.
No. Yes, Gideon still feels sick from the,
Yes.
for about another 20 minutes.
Well,
no,
I
you
know
do
what
not know what this
caltrops are.
is, but it does hum with magic. Holding your long sword, you know the feeling of when something is magical.
Can I ask the witch over there to come take a look at this fang? It seems like it's got some sort of magical power.
If you wish. I'm not her dad.
That was in character.
Let me see it.
I will happily pass the fang over to her.
Okay. Give me Arcana, Nature, Occultism, Religion, anything you want.
Hold on. Thing's not popping up. There it is.
No.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay.
The hero point dump day.
Some days the rolls be that way. Yeah, that's better.
That is much better. This is a wolf fang. You can tie this or wear it. And then, much like wolves hunting in packs arisen, you are able to deal extra damage when you trip somebody. You would trip them harder.
Trip them harder.
I'm going to. We'll get in this.
That sounds like it would be of my interest.
Okay.
Well, I think if we didn't know before, it's safe to say there's definitely something going on here.
Say
Raver,
that again.
of note, you sense more spirits in this place. You are not able to tell where yet.
More of them.
I don't want more of them.
You're the witch. This is your whole thing.
You have
Death
any
Dead things
idea?
are my thing, not spirits.
Do you have any idea of how many more?
Take everything. Math is hard.
Well, Gideon, did you see anything earlier when you were investigating that other room?
Frog corpse.
Frog corpse.
There's a
Yeah.
door.
There sure is a door.
Gideon steps through back into another dead walrus frog room. You see, as described before, a large staircase that leads to nothingness now. A large hole in the west wall that leads outside back to the fog fin. And a frog corpse.
Frog corpse.
Gonna step carefully into here, into such a position that a door could not, slam me back into the other room.
Okay. You kind of skip through the door quickly this time.
I'm gonna try to step around the frog corpse and just look and see what the edge of the area looks like, just to see if there's anything I'm missing
Give me a perception
surrounding
check.
the edges. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
You sure do see outside.
Sounds good.
Actually, it sounds like nothing because you rolled a 1 on that perception check.
I see.
Good news, Gideon.
Oh boy.
Oh yes.
Oh boy.
Something bursts forth from the frog's corpse. And
Not again.
Snaps at you. Yes, again.
I hate this. I want to go home.
We're not done.
Stop it.
Don't mind me. Just breaking shit.
Breaking shit. What you breaking?
I'll make it boring.
Nail polish dryer.
I see.
It's a lamp.
Okay. That's good.
It was a lamp.
That's good. You are
I didn't even touch it.
correct. And that's good. I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative as 2 large maggots, heretofore unseen by Gideon as he steps through past them, and they lash out at his back. Well, somebody rolled good or bad. I can't tell what that sound is.
It's good.
It's
I have
good.
a sound on mine?
Yeah.
Sure do, bud. And we are going to... Cezanne. You react quicker than anyone as 2 large maggots burst out of the dead corpse of the frog. One of them grabbing and biting on Gideon's back.
Yeah. I see. Quick, Wesk. I re-spell that onto Wesk. Weapon.
Which weapon?
Whoa.
His gun.
Very well.
Oh, I see.
Ye old holy boomstick.
Wesk, your weapon hums with a pale blue light as small constellations drift off out of sight, fading away. I believe that's all of your actions then. So
Yeah.
Wesk.
Good actions.
You don't have to tell me twice, he says as he readies the gun and fires off a shot at the one that's currently on Gideon's back.
You hear a click.
Oh, shit.
I don't like to hear those specific order of words. You don't have to hear it. Tell me twice. And shit.
That is going to hit. Make sure the target. In fact, that is a crit.
Oh, sorry. Oh, shit. A T, right?
That's
Yes.
a crit on magic weapon. All right.
Holy shit.
Wesk also has fatal D12
That was
on his
shitty
weapon.
rolls too. Oh my god.
This thing scatters into the fog fin all over you, Gideon.
I'll take it.
Unfortunately, it's not the one that has bitten into you. That is your second action, Wesk.
Yeah. For my third action, I will simply reload as I don't
For
think
my
I can
next trick.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can intimidate a bug.
You never know.
You'd be
Gideon, this thing
surprised.
has grabbed onto you, and you realize that you're probably about to get covered in more vomit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shake this thing off me. I assume that's an athletics.
Yes. No. You go to shake, and you cannot get this thing free.
18 doesn't do it, huh?
Nope. This thing is pretty
Oh.
hefty. It's probably about 80 pounds. It is an 80-pound maggot.
I hate this. Can I still attack it?
Yeah, you totally can. This will be your second action, however. You
Cool.
will also have a attack penalty because escape is an attack action.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna stoke the flames.
Okay.
And then I'm going to combat grab.
No, you, declares Gideon, striking at this thing. Remember to target it
Every time.
every
I'll
time.
get there eventually.
One of these days, we'll remember to do all these nice little animations that you guys were like, oh, that's so cool. Go ahead and roll damage. You are going to deal 12 points of fire damage as this thing recoils in pain. Good news.
We're also just in a mutual grab now.
Well, I've got good news.
It's happening
Give me a
again.
fortitude save.
I'm re-rolling. This is not the day for that. Better.
Okay. Covered in sick once more, regardless. You muscle through and not as sickened this time. You do not take any sickened conditioned further.
I don't want to say I'm getting used to this.
That is 1 to try to escape, 2 to attack. You have 1 last action. Actually, no, stoking the flames is an action. So that is the end of your turn. Just double checked.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know for sure.
This thing, however, since it is still grabbing you, give me your reflex save, Gideon. It's going to deal 3 points of slashing damage as it gnaws on you. Give me another reflex save, as it is just beginning to try to devour you alive.
Ooh.
Same roll.
Still gonna just take the damage. Give me 1 more reflex save. Each of you watching as Gideon is just getting devoured. Another D8 for a total of 10 points of damage.
Fucking hate these things!
Gideon, surprised with the gore of the other dead creature splattered over himself, only enticing this thing to grab and bite at him more. Ziri, it's your turn.
I'd like to highlight the fact I literally can't see any of this from where I'm standing. So I'm just,
Correct!
You're just hearing noises.
just like, oh, what the fuck are you kids doing in there?
You should have seen how the spirit fight went for me. I walked in there and I was like, what the actual hell?
Aren't sightlines great?
Yeah, all right.
I like to think that my arm is just currently inside this
Yup.
thing.
I'm gonna cast
You-
that on the thing.
You're wearing him as a glove.
The thing.
Okay. It's going to roll a fortitude save. That is going to succeed. Roll your damage. So half.
Oh gosh.
I think you targeted yourself with that. But it's fine.
Press T over the enemy to target them. Silly.
Targeted my.
There you go.
So just for clarification, we're gonna play that animation again since we. Actually, I was targeting Gideon. Never mind. Anyway, the thing takes
Yeah,
3
I'm
points of
definitely already
damage.
having a good time. It's fine.
The thing takes
The
3
audience
points
is-
of damage on a successful save as you try to crush this thing's organs, unable to find any solid grip on it. You have 1 action left.
This is now deaf.
THX.
Gonna
Okay.
sling bullets at it.
That is going to hit. Roll damage.
That doesn't have a regular damage. Oh wait, yes it does. Ha, kidding.
This thing perishes
Get it off, 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 get it off.
as it collapses in a pile underneath you. It's going to be 32 XP for the rest of you. I also realized I can auto-assign this. Haha. That should make that a little better. Unless you guys like clicking the XP button.
Nah, I'm good with auto assign.
Okay.
Either way.
That's combat off, though.
Gideon, are you okay?
Do I look okay? I'm covered in sick again. I just got half devoured, and I hate freaking bugs.
I'm gonna walk up and
Gideon's arm is shredded to hell.
yeah.
I'm gonna shimmy my way in past Ziri to see what the fuck's going on in here.
I think heal 2 is my best.
The door was shut. There you go.
Oh.
Dead things.
Oh, I love those.
Go ahead and take that heal, Gideon.
I'm sorry, but I can just imagine Rafer walks in and the Seinfeld bass plays.
It's like the fucking John Travolta meme where he's standing there shrugging.
You really don't have very good luck with those bugs.
I don't ever want to see them again.
The spell dissipates.
I'm gonna swoosh over here and try to treat wounds real quick.
He has a treat runes immunity still.
Oh,
No, I don't.
No,
No.
he doesn't.
Oh no, he,
Fun. I retract
treated
my
wounds
fuck.
no, fair enough.
Weska's going to look at his Giselle as the magic fades before looking to Zazan.
Do it
What
again.
was that?
This spell I can, by the blessing of Pelura, temporarily empower you.
That was something else.
Gideon, go ahead and take your treat wounds. Ziri, are you doing a forensic acumen on
The big frog.
the big frog, of course? Give me a medicine check.
I'm just glad it was able to help you get rid of one of those. With just one did that much harm to Gideon, I can't imagine both of them.
Y'all are rolling like shit tonight, by the way.
It is one of those nights.
Yeah.
Since you guys have been rolling shit, reroll that silly for free.
Oh,
When the DM starts feeling bad, that's when you
I'm gonna
know
give
you're
each
fucked.
of you another hero point. Okay. That's a little better.
You can't make that shit up.
Give me a nature check, 3. Alright. Firstly, this thing is a mud licker maggot. Giant flies lay eggs in dead things, large monsters or livestock. And then when they hatch, the maggots come out and just start devouring anything in their vicinity. So there's likely, based on the maggots you've seen so far, definitely a giant fly around here. Giant flies are about the size of a small horse. They stockpile rotting meat in their lairs. And because of all the rotting meat and pestilence, their lairs are just rife with disease and nasty shit. So, Ziri takes about 5 minutes examining this thing. This thing was a frog, much like before. The walrus frog you fought. Ziri, a giant fly, did not kill this thing. Something much bigger and much scarier killed this thing.
wonderful.
You realize what killed this thing.
Oh, good.
Something called a river drake killed this thing.
I think we should get away from the water.
Okay. Ziri spends about 5 minutes before standing up, hands covered in blood and muck, before going, "Get away from the water."
I'm good. I'm okay with
I'll
listening to
move
that.
back.
Okay. But yes.
Do I know what a water drake is, or what do I know about them?
That would take another roll. You may, if you wish. That's going to be a Arcana check, if you would. Okay. Yeah, you know all about river drakes. So, much like dragons, they have leathery wings. River drakes, however, have less bones, allowing them more flexibility to escape into caves. Underwater caves are where they love to lurk. They are amphibious. They are smaller than most drakes, and they are distant relatives of the acidic, cruel black dragons. They are not as smart as other dragons of their kind. They do not possess any innate magic, but they are still incredibly capable, if violent, dumb hunters. They have the capacity to work together in packs, unlike most dragons. But they're a type of wyvern more than a drake or dragon. No hands, no talons, no claws, just fins and wings. If you see one, you would be able to pinpoint its weakness, so mark that down in your journal. But from what you've pieced together, there's definitely some sort of giant fly laying eggs around here. It's got a lair around here somewhere. You might smell it before you see it. this frog was torn apart by a river drake and laid eggs for a giant fly. So,
Like to summarize this information to the group.
okay. Ziri takes about 5 minutes and is now spewing Sherlock Holmes-esque medicine knowledge.
I hate this. I want to go home.
Uh-huh.
You said you hate bugs, right? Because there's much bigger bugs in here.
I hate this. I want to go home.
Much bigger bugs.
Do I know if the fly has venom?
Give me a nature check.
Alright. Let's see. Nope.
You do not. You know what a
Well-
giant fly is, or at least can assume you do, based on the name. But you do not possess intimate knowledge of these creatures.
Alright. So we'll either set it on fire when we see it or don't.
I'm
Set it on fire.
definitely going with the smoking sword on that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
This room immediately assails your nostrils, Gideon.
Nope. Nope.
Lusk
What was
will
that you said about smelling? it?
sigh and walk over to the door.
Okay.
Taking a deep breath, holding it, he's going to open the door and see.
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't do
draw my
that.
sword.
I'm gonna, before we do that, let me just do this and let me do
Y'all got
that.
any reloads? Y'all got any? Y'all got fire back there?
Okay.
We got a couple.
Wesk, are you continuing?
He's going to slowly open the door to try and peek inside.
Okay. You creak open the door, and the smell is awful.
This is why I wear a mask.
Honestly, you have the perfect outfit for this place.
A large,
I sure do.
A large
That's
pile of dead horses are stacked on top of each other. This looks like a guard post, much like the first room that you guys entered. But a thick mound of half-rotted carcasses assail your nose as you open this door. There's also a large creature that does not seem to have noticed you yet.
I am going to very slowly and gently close the door again.
Okay. You do so.
I'm going to take a step back. Yeah, there's dead bodies and a big fucking bug in there.
Ah, the fly nest. That must be what that is, Ziri.
Yeah, remember when I said I wouldn't do that?
What in Palura's name is going on here?
Bugs.
Big flies, dead things. Nothing surprising here. Just
Nature.
awful.
The swamp is retaking this castle. We should move on to another room.
Y'all don't want to fight a fly?
Do you?
No,
Yes,
but I'm also not a coward.
Wesk, notably, the fly was larger than you.
Well, yeah, almost everything in every room is larger than Wesk.
This thing's maggots and eggs are larger than you, Wesk.
I'm gonna look to Gideon and gesture to the door. Be my fucking guest.
Gonna take a deep breath.
Why? Why are you doing that? Just leave it alone. No.
Cezanne begins
Do you want
eyeing up the
more
distance
maggots?
between him and Gideon.
We good?
As we can be, I guess.
Okay.
Alright.
You open
Gonna-
the door again.
Ready a charge action. Quietly open the door.
All right. The room is empty.
It's like losing a spider.
Time to go home. Goodbye. Set it all on fire.
Hey guys, check
No.
the opening. There's nothing in here. The opening in the wall.
I'm immediately gonna turn my vision to the opening as he
I will
says
look
that.
that direction
Still
and
a
look up at
half-eaten
the ceiling
frog.
specifically.
Okay, Raver, you scan where the ceiling would be, but you now see open air.
Okay.
Can I hear anything? Like
Oh
huge
yeah,
buzzing?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Where's it coming
insects.
from? Oh.
I'm gonna
But
say
do
we've
I
been
hear
hearing
a
buzzing
specific
since we got
large
here.
buzzing? Like, you know, a horse-sized insect?
Give me a perception check.
How much of a perception check do you need for horse insects?
I didn't say it'd be hard insect or perception.
Harder than that.
Yeah, you hear buzzing.
Which way is it coming from?
Everywhere.
This direction.
Alright, I think we should leave this room now. Let's go out this room this
You
way.
each see the giant fly
No.
enter the hallway.
I told you!
Gideon, you see the giant fly return to its nest. And it's going to just start poking around on the corpses. Give me a stealth roll. All of you.
Oh, okay.
My specialty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Remember when I raided that charge?
Oh boy.
Oh my fuck! I hate it here.
Remember when I raided that charge?
I'm using a hero point to reroll that.
I don't think I have a hero point left. I forgot to take it away from earlier.
Not much better. But
I gave each of you a hero point.
Oh, then I'm gonna reroll that.
Manually.
it's
I'm gonna reroll that right now. Let's better, not good though.
Okay. Gideon, the fly is back in its nest. You can charge in if you would like. You did ready that charge, right?
I was talking more about up here, but
Okay. What you doing?
I'm gonna close this door.
Okay. Gideon shuts the door very calmly. Are you charging the second fly?
Do I have any idea if those insects can hear things?
You
Would
assume
imagine.
most creatures can hear things.
Yes.
I ain't know what they got for ears.
Senses.
Sense ears.
Yeah, they got one
Alright.
of them.
Give me a
You know
nature
what?
check if you wish to know the exact senses it has. I will allow that.
Cool. I
No.
don't.
No, you don't. Anyone who would like to roll a very quick recall knowledge, go for it.
What is recall knowledge?
That's just like nature, occult, arcana. The things to determine if you know something about it.
I'm gonna roll a cult since you mentioned that.
Firstly, Raver, these are not supernatural or occult creatures. These are beasts of the wild. Your occult knowledge will not help here. You may roll nature if you wish to, but occultism will give you occult knowledge. Things like Beelzebub uses flies. The Lord of Rot uses flies. The Pallid Princess uses flies. Okay, luckily, you do know. In fact, all of you rolled high enough to know these things have tremor sense, which means it can detect things via movement on the floor.
Mm.
Does it hear things?
It can hear things too.
Standing absolutely still.
As well as this,
Nobody
Sazan, you
moves.
know, these things typically carry a disease on them that you have had to treat in the past before. Some farmers in your local field were attacked trying to save their livestock as it carried away a whole pig one day. These things have
Ew.
fly pox. It's pretty nasty.
It's zoonotic.
It's what?
Mhm.
Can it infect multiple things?
Yes,
I would
fly
imagine
pox is
so.
contagious.
I'm gonna
It is not a
as
fatal disease.
I'm going to, as quietly as possible, turn to Gideon and do that little hand gesture where you put your hands over each other to make an X.
Okay.
I'm going to nod and hold the fuck still.
Okay.
Do I still have sickened? Oh my god, I do. I don't need more.
It's buzzing around checking for its eggs and maggots now.
Oh, good.
Gideon, you hear something thud against the door in front of you.
Oh, good.
I'm going.
Fucking
To-
muting that.
I'm not going to fire, but I'm going to lift my crossbow and ready to shoot at whichever fly lunges out towards us
Okay.
first.
I will say you can target this one. If you want to be looking between the two, I'm going to need a stealth check as you are twisting in place.
I will look between the son of a bitch.
Really curious to see Fear's rolls at the end of the night. Because we can track dice stats now.
Oh god.
What's the global D20 stats? Oh my god.
Do I want to know?
Where do you see this?
You click on the little globe sign next to your name in the bottom left, and then you can scroll down to D20. I think it's completely skewed by all the ones we were rolling before, but it's hilarious.
Oh my god.
I need a picture of that later tonight, but Raver, this thing senses even the slightest movement of your feet on the ground, and it's now looking in your direction.
I'm gonna stop moving.
Okay. Would anybody else like to take action?
No, I'm just gonna stand here very quietly.
Okay. Gax is pressed up against your head.
Wesk is going to just hold his breath, trying to stay as still as possible.
Okay. It creeps towards where it heard the noise. Raver, would you like to fire? It creeps more towards the noise.
I'm gonna shoot.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Target it.
I did.
Good.
That is a miss.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
As well as this, it's going to use its reaction to this attack to fly directly at you, Raver. Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
I hate bugs. I hate bugs so much.
And we are going to
Oh, good.
roll a randomized battle theme. Let's see what we get. That's about right. And we are going to start combat off with the giant fly reacting to you, Raver.
Wait a second, definitely the same giant fly?
I saw that.
I did not.
Raver.
I am glad I
It-
called out the
Yeah.
second one, though.
Flies past you.
It flies past me.
It flies past you.
I'm gonna reload.
Not your turn.
Oh,
Wesk, what is your fortitude save? 18.
Passive? Yeah, 18.
Okay. This thing runs and flies at Wesk, attempting to grab at him. Unable to get at him, it's going to roll with a... It flies directly at Wesk and dives down at him before flying past him up into the air 15 feet above you, Gideon.
Okay.
I didn't even know. What did
Raven?
I do?
It is now your turn.
I would assume you failed your stealth check earlier.
Fair.
whose turn is it? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Yours.
Okay, well then I have spent one action to reload crossbow,
Okay.
and then I said that he's 15 feet in the air. Where is he relative to me?
To your south. I'm not going to do trigonometry. He's just 20 feet.
Okay.
I would say he's 35, 20 horizontal, 15 up. I don't...
Okay.
We'll say he's 30. I
will
don't care.
shoot again.
Okay. Go for it. That's a whiff as your bolt actually hits the fly, but its thick carapace just pings it off almost like it's armor. Starting to realize why these things are a pain to farmers.
And then for my last action, I'll reload.
Okay. Not that. I'm going to roll. Gideon.
Yes.
This thing crashes through the door. Onto you. I'm going to roll a...
Crashes directly through the door.
Yep.
Cool.
Wood
I'd like to roll
splinters
attack of opportunity.
flying onto you. It has not taken a move action quite yet. However, it tries to bite you and then tries to fly past you. Now you may roll an attack of opportunity.
Oh my god.
You may take a hero point, but you may not re-roll it. Or you may re-roll it and not take a hero point.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll for it.
Okay. That is a whiff as your sword clangs into its hide in a horrible screech as it drags across its underbelly. As it flies overhead, your sword not even cracking its hide. That is going to be Cezanne, your turn. There are two giant flies, now keenly aware of at least a couple of you on the wall, 15 feet up, Cezanne.
Yeah, this isn't the greatest of positions. Oh, Microsoft Edge is not responding.
Use
Um,
Edge.
Anyways, if I can get Why is this eating my whole CPU? Yeah. This situation isn't going anywhere great. I'm going to do the same thing I did in the last battle, fully recognizing that this has a vocal component to it, and this is not putting me in a great position. Oh, I should have... Yeah.
Who are you doing? Wesk?
Perfect. Yes, to Wesk.
Okay. Good news, Wesk.
That is the right
Familiar
person.
humming feeling.
It's flying. I'm giving it to
Yeah.
Wesk.
What would be a hum to most people is a throbbing to your smaller frame as your weapon is supercharged with the divine magical might. You have one action left, I believe, Sazan. No, that is a ranged spell.
Yeah.
So you have ranged it. Gideon, what are you doing?
How high can I jump?
That's a good question. As a leap, it is a one action. If you get a running start, up to 3 feet.
3 feet?
3 feet vertical.
That's pretty awful. That's worse than most actual humans. Okay.
You may use the athletic skill to jump higher. A high jump would be... You would have to stride at least 10 feet and then attempt an athletics check.
Is there a table for this, or?
No. If you
I see.
succeed, you jump 5 feet straight up. If you critically succeed, you jump 8 feet straight up.
Oh my god, so I can't reach these things no matter what.
I...
Alright.
Yes, you can. Are you at least 6 feet tall?
Yes.
Okay. The sword is at least another foot. If you critically succeed, you may strike it.
Noted.
You will need a running start.
Noted. Alright. Thing number 1. I'm putting on a shield.
Okay. Gideon slings a shield off of his back and into his offhand.
Thing number 2. I'm pulling out a dagger, and I'm throwing it.
Okay.
As he throws his dagger, I am going to make like I'm going to attack at it at the same time, and then just bang.
Is there a different set for throw? Yeah, I assume this is the second one. Yep, thrown usage. Cool.
That's a cool ability.
Welcome back, Raver.
So
Go ahead and roll your attack roll, West.
oh shoot, that used my rounds.
Yeah, go ahead and reload for free. I'm not going to require fake out to require an attack roll. I will require cover fire to use an attack roll or ammo. You motion at the fly threateningly, Wesk, but it doesn't seem to register you as a threat. Your dagger does sink into its carapace, though, Gideon. Roll damage.
Thick.
Luckily, though you are not very dexterous, you do have quite an arm, and this thing screeches with a hiss and a buzz, acknowledging you as a threat.
Good.
That's going to be 2 actions, I believe. One to don a shield, another to throw. And Gideon raises his shield defensively. Wesk, you are up.
Wesk is going to
Actually, about that, we're going to do that battle theme instead.
Wesk gonna brace his Giselle, fully understanding the power now that he's shot it once, as he aims towards the fly and lets loose a shot.
That's a hit. As a bullet tears into this thing, ripping one of its legs off, it screeches in defiant fury now, locking eyes with you, Wesk. All 800 of them.
Guess what? There's more where that came from.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt the demoralize as I reload.
Okay, you may, but you will suffer a -4 because you do not speak fly.
Yeah.
There, it makes sense. But it's
Maybe he
hilarious.
knows you're not his dad.
You are indeed not this thing's dad. God, what a throw. That bounced around the screen for anybody else.
It did.
-4.
I added the
baked in.
-4 penalty already.
Oh my, that is.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty impressive. This thing flinches, seemingly getting the danger of your gun. Though your words mean nothing to it as you curse and screech and demand it fight you, it registers your gun as a threat, and it watches you wave it around. Every time you move it even a little, it kind of traces it with its whole body. That is
Action 2.
1, 2. Yep, go ahead. That is a whiff as it fires. It's watching much more carefully this time, and at the last second, it reacts and, in fact, avoids the attack. And it's going to fly at you, above you, hovering.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Ziri, you're up. Good news, Ziri. Your theory was right. Bad news, Ziri.
Yuri was right.
Okie dokie.
Despite your protestations and warnings, Gideon opened that door anyway.
Ah,
I didn't open the door.
yeah. Alright. I'm gonna cast target you. There we go.
Okay. And it's going to roll a reflex save. It is going to succeed, but go ahead and roll your damage. Okay. It's going to take 5 damage. I assume you were targeting this one?
Yeah.
Okay. It has taken 5 points of damage as sickly pale green lightning, familiar to you all now, erupts past Ziri. Missing you by an inch, Cezanne, as it streaks across the floor, up the walls, before jumping off of the wall to assault the fly directly above you. That's 2 actions. You have 1 left. Good. 11 would have you fight 2 flies and it be an uphill battle.
Shield is only able to be cast on myself, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Because there's a different version of it that's cast on someone else, which is slightly worse.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay, then I'm gonna target this guy. Just do this. Oh, what does that? What?
Are you attempting to sling?
Yeah,
You will need to reload your sling.
I see. I don't know how to do that.
There is a reload macro that you can place on your hotbar if you would like. It is, Wesk, you would know better than I would.
Like down here.
You're gonna go into. Oh, never mind. He's already being helped.
Okay, yes.
No.
You can't see it?
No, where is it?
So, on the left-hand side of your hotbar, do you see the folder?
Yes.
Click that. And
That
under
not me.
ranged combat macros,
Yep.
there is a reload button.
Nine
Okay.
save.
Execute oh.
There you go. You have reloaded. If you want to click and drag it
That's
onto your
those
hotbar, you may.
I see.
I don't know if the rest of you are aware. You can also do much the same with common weapon attacks and etc. You can just click and drag them onto your bar. Ziri arcs.
So reload is a move already, right?
Yes, it is an
Or no.
action.
Yeah, okay. So I think that's all my actions then.
Correct. This fly directly above you, Wesk, drops down. Gideon, you do not have your reaction left.
I do. I
Uh,
took my turn.
Correct, you do. Give me an attack, if you would, as this thing descends upon Wesk. That is going to be a critical. A critical 12 as you lash out.
Oh. Never mind. I was worried that I still had Flame Stoke on, but no, that's just the damage it does.
Actually, you are unarmed. You threw your dagger. Make me an unarmed attack. And now roll damage. Okay. Still decent. Gideon jumps to your defense, shield raised, shield bashing this thing as it comes down and descends upon you, Wesk. But it is going to... Still kind of rattled by your gun, however. What is your fortitude? Damn it. Damn it, man. Alright. Fine. Fair enough. It descends upon you and wraps its arms around you, biting and snapping with its pincers. Severely wounded, however. It is finally going to relent, and it is going to fly off.
I get it.
Thanks, Fear. Brings us to Raver. You are up.
I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Go for it.
Oh, there we go.
That is
Nope.
a whiff as your bolt slams into its thick carapace. It can't pierce it, and it locks eyes with you now. Two actions left.
I'm gonna mark him for death.
Okay.
Let's see.
There should be an option to post that to chat if you would. That is going to be far too many actions for you, though.
Oh, never mind. That's 3. Then for my last 2 turns, I will one-hand that,
Okay.
and then one-hand that.
Okay. Raver fires. The bolt hits but cannot pierce. The bolt dropping beside of you, Cezanne, missing your head by a couple of inches as he pulls out a knife ready to fight this thing in melee range. Cezanne, this thing flies down to both of you, and it's going to... that is, I believe, a hit on you, Cezanne.
I would say that.
Okay. You take 9 points of damage. Give me a fortitude save.
Sure.
Awesome.
You know, open my character sheet.
That also hits you, Raver, 4.
Let me use a hero point to reroll that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Give me a fortitude save, Raver.
I swear to God.
Y'all are rolling like shit tonight, dude. Okay. You each watch as this thing descends, dropping down onto Cezanne. You go to stab it and help Cezanne, only to find yourself bit by its mandibles as well, Raver. Cezanne, that is your turn.
Right, okay. So... last thing we need is losing track of this guy, who can fly back at any point. Do I have any sense whether this thing has enough of a brain to be affected by days on my 28 nature earlier?
I think the 28 nature was for specifically its senses. Go ahead and give me another one for this, though.
Sure.
Yes, these things do have a brain. It would be vulnerable to daze.
I'm gonna cast daze.
Okay.
Against
Go
it.
ahead and target
For
it.
better or worst. Yep.
Riley and I were thinking the same thing.
It is going to attempt its will save. Still frightened. Almost a critical failure. Roll your damage. It
Nice.
is going to take the full 4 points of damage, and you watch this thing buzz and then collapse in the water, disappearing over the edge. You each hear a splash. I believe that is your entire action.
Did the first action take 2? Or did the first, did the recall
Sorry,
take 1?
daze is 60 feet, not 30.
Yeah, daze is 60
Okay.
feet.
I thought you reach spell that.
Yeah.
No.
No.
You have 1 action left then.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna, with what I can, fire at the one that's attacking us.
Okay.
I should have... here we go. Did that not roll?
They did not.
I said not rolling. Lacks permission to update item in parent act. What am I...
Yeah, I just
Dude.
got the notification too.
I have
What
no
am I
idea.
supposed to press to roll this?
Your strike button.
Yeah, that's what I hit. And then it says held one hand. Am I in the wrong thing?
You have ammo. You are holding. Oh, you are holding it one-handed.
Oh,
There, you are now
I'm
holding
holding
it
it one-handed.
two-handed. There you go.
okay.
Try that.
That should fix the issue. Where's my strike button?
In your actions tab. Over here.
Over here. Oh, I see what I did. Yes. Okay.
Okay. That's a critical. Roll damage.
Critical.
That is also max damage on the critical. Cezanne, now having a nice, clear, clean shot now that it's attacking Raver, reaches over, point blank, puts his air repeater in its side and blows out a chunk of its side, wounding it massively. Gideon, you are up.
All right, I am going to re-pull out the smoking sword.
Okay. You spend 1 action to pull out your sword. And you spend 2 actions to sudden charge. Go for it. Give me that attack roll, boy.
Working on it.
That is a hit. That is 9 points of damage, and this thing collapses dead, skewered one end and then the other by the simultaneous teamwork. The buzzing of the flies thankfully coming to an end. You're left in silence once again. You are each going to... Yes, Gideon?
I'm just picking up my dagger real quick, and I am just so glad that I did not get thrown up on by anything else.
Okay. You each receive 40 XP for killing the 2 large flies like that. You are left alone in the rancid, reek-smelling room.
Is everyone alright? Anyone feeling any flypox symptoms?
Gax is feeling pretty vindicated.
Thankfully, I
What
managed.
does flypox feel like exactly?
What does flypox feel like?
I feel like you'd be the one to know.
Anyone who would like to know, give me a medicine check.
Sure, why not?
Do I get any bonus on this since I've seen it before?
Every day.
Do you want to talk about it? Do you
I
guys
train in
all
all these
want
skills and
to
I can't
talk
use them.
about it? Jesus Christ. I will give you a +2 for having seen it before, says on.
Okay.
I mean,
It will not save you guys never rolling higher than a 7 all night.
I mean, I'm not sprouting any wings from my back, so I don't think I have it.
Ziri, you know flypox has no symptoms. It has a day to onset, though. You will not know until 24 hours has passed.
Wonderful.
Good.
The surprise that keeps on giving.
You, well, it is getting late. Should we stop there?
Probably.
Yeah,
That's a
probably.
good
Okay.
stopping point.
You each take a moment to check in on each other as Gideon retrieves his dagger that he threw. Well,
We should really have the town pay us for this extermination at this point.
I'm charging a premium.
Did Ziri communicate any of that to the party?
Oh, communicate what?
The 24-hour set-on thing?
Oh. Sure, I'll mention that to you guys.
She thought about it.
she offhandedly, not directly at you, but kind of musing out loud to herself about the onset, that 24 hours before you'll start to show the symptoms. Again,
Guess
not,
we won't
not
know
directed.
till tomorrow, Suzanne. Buckle up.
What are those symptoms again?
It is a very virulent disease, but not fatal.
What does virulent mean?
It's a virus.
It's real bad. Virulent means it's extremely hard to treat. You will need 2 successes instead of 1 to reduce it.
Good. That's what I want.
The symptoms, however, are you will become physically weaker and weaker and weaker. Eventually, your strength will just be too drained. To put bluntly in common terms, you will suffer a penalty to strength, and as the disease worsens and gets worse, you will receive a larger and larger penalty to strength until ultimately you are fatigued, which will start to affect even your AC, all saving throws, and you are too fatigued to even explore properly, which means no treating wounds, no 10-minute downtime activity. You will basically become exhausted at all times.
I know I'm asking a lot, Siri. Do you happen to know if it's contagious beyond the fly?
Yep, it is.
It is
I
not,
mean, not
actually.
from the fly, but from...
It is not
Yeah.
contagious, Ziri. It is
Oh, it's not
transmitted
contagious.
directly via bite.
Did anybody get bitten?
Sure did.
I did as well. We'll have to
Well,
see if that's a thing
sucks.
tomorrow.
It's
Did
another
anybody?
day.
I do
happen
love
to
how
grab
the
every
person most
disease?
skilled at medicine is the one like, bro, that sucks. I don't know.
I also have no healing abilities whatsoever, so
That's what the treat wounds
I
is
can
for.
tell you it sucks, but the rest of you gotta
I
fix
mean,
it.
you're really, really good at treating wounds, so that's a thing.
But not like under pressure, not like in combat. You kind of need like you need space, and you gotta really like feel it. Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And with that,
Let's go ahead and wrap it up there. Any final words or actions?
Am I still sickened?
You finally feel better. It's been about
Jesus
an hour.
Christ. Thanks.
now that we've
Longest hour of my goddamn life.
now that we have fully painted your armor in
Wanna go
bile,
home,
blood, and
this
guts.
sucks.
Ironically, you think that
Everyone might
kind of
be
made
dead
the
tomorrow.
fly nest a little more tolerable with the smell and all.
Yeah, nose blindness is super fucking great. I need a wizard. I need to get this house clean.
You never need a wizard. Don't lie to me.
I'm starting to
always
No
need a
offense
wizard.
to Ziri.
I'm starting to wonder if this was really the place the kids were talking about. I can't imagine two kids who couldn't get a cat out of a tree would be varying much against the things we've seen here.
I don't see no free guns.
Still, it's possible they took the boat around to a different spot.
Yes.
Were
like-
y'all here for the guns? Don't stay quiet. That just makes it worse.
Yes, why are most of you here?
I was here because of the fog light, but you know.
I
don't
was
know,
here
was
because
just
of the guns.
daydreaming and following everybody.
I'm
and
worried about
suddenly
those
we were
kids.
in this cave.
Combination of worried about those kids and wondering if this might be connected to that light I saw.
Okay. Notably, it has now been long enough. It is directly at 12 o'clock noon in game now.
Okay, we have
You
5
have
more hours, 4.5
Here,
to get back to town.
you've been here for about an hour and a half in game. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Everybody say bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for stopping by.
That's true. That's true. All right.